What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the WDW 3 for Thursday, brought to you by Mouse Talk. I am Walt Gover, and on this week's show, we're going to talk about the 3 best shows at Walt Disney World. Now, there are tons of shows throughout Walt Disney World, not just in the parks, but also in the resorts as well, and kind of narrowing it down to 3 was not easy at all. It really kind of took some soul-searching and some thinking to really come up with 3 that I thought were the 3 best must-see shows throughout Walt Disney World. And we'll get to that in just a minute. But before we get to that, I want to talk to you guys about last week's show. Just like we promised, we're always kind of going to reminisce or rehash last week's show and give you guys a chance to kind of put forth your opinions of what you thought about the previous show. And with that, I want to kind of go back. And we talked about last week, we talked about the 3 best times to visit Walt Disney World. I gave my 3 best times, and you guys went out there and put the comments as well. Now, for this week's show, I'm only going to do 1 comment because there really wasn't a ton out there. Hopefully, as the show grows and we get more comments, we'll be able to do a few more. But the 1 comment we did get was from Krista Zielinski, who is an avid listener to the show and to the channel, and we really do appreciate that. And Krista basically said that her favorite time to go was May. She thought May was great. She did May this year with her family, and that she'd also like to visit during December because she thinks it would be beautiful during Christmas time. And I'll tell you what, I have to agree with Krista. I really do think that May was a great time. My family and I were down there in May as well this year. The lines were shorter than what I expected. I still don't think they're as short as some of the times I talked about, but they were. Wait times in the rides weren't too bad, and we pretty much got we pretty much got what we wanted in our dining reservation. So it was a really good time. Weather-wise, it was still pretty hot from time to time, but some of the nights were comfortable. But overall, I do agree. I think May isn't a bad time to go. If you go early May, if I had to say, I definitely think it would be early May. With that, I want to thank Krista for giving us that comment. We really do appreciate it, and we hope to get more comments from you guys as these videos keep coming out each and every week. But let's get into this week's show. And again, the topic for this week is going to be the 3 best shows in and around Walt Disney World. This was hard for me. There's tons of shows, not just at the parks, but also at the resorts, and they're all fantastic. And narrowing it down to just 3 was not easy at all. It was a daunting task, but I did it, and I think you guys will like these. I think this is going to be fun. I can't wait to hear what your comments are. Please remember that this is my opinion, so take it as that. And you can kind of take this opinion as maybe a guide or a reference tool if you're a first-time Disney person and you want to think about, well, hey, I'm not going to be down there that long. What's the must-see things to do? With that, let's get right into it. And we're going to start with number 3 best show in Walt Disney World. And to me, it's the Hoop-Dee-Doo musical review. Now, this is not at one of the parks. This is over at the Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, and it's basically a dining show. It does require a reservation, so it's not just like a regular show where you can just walk in and do it. It's a dining option, so you do need a reservation, so I highly recommend, just like any other reservation, if you can book it 180 days out, you definitely want to do that. It has tiered seating as to where you sit in the facility for the show. So you kind of want to look into that, depending upon how close you want to be and stuff like that. They have different pricing, and it's tiered kind of differently, so you want to look at that. They do 3 shows a night, I think. I think they're like 4, 6:15, and 8:30, so you want to check that out as well. But overall, the shows run about 2 hours long, and it's just fantastic. I think it's a wonderful show. It's really kind of a version of the Wild West vaudeville acts they used to have back in the days. Funny, it's zany, they have music, they have dancing, they get the crowd interacted with it as well. Sometimes they'll pull people out of the crowd up on stage and kind of poke fun at them and make them dress up and kind of sing and dance as well. But it's all in good fun, and it's really a lot. It's just fantastic. We laugh our heads off at this show. We think it's so much fun, very entertaining. The actors and actresses that are up there really do a great job. They're good singers. And the jokes are funny. They really don't get old. I really do kind of recommend this to everyone. I think you would really, really enjoy it. It's really for the whole family. It really is. Even for the young ones, I think they'd have a good time. The food is family style, and it includes stuff like fried chicken, smoked barbecue pork ribs, tossed green salad, baked beans, fresh-baked cornbread, and strawberry shortcake. So that's kind of nice. Also, what's really nice is it gives you unlimited draft beer, wine, and sangria, as well as soft drinks. So, to me, I think this is a wonderful show. Yes, it costs a little bit more. It is a dining option, but I really think it's worth the money. And it's a show that if you go back to Disney again, maybe not the very next trip, but it's something you could do more than once. And I think you guys would really, really enjoy it. If you're thinking about possibly booking a trip to Disney and you want to book this, you can go to 407 WDW Dine and you can book a reservation there. But that's my number 3, Hoop-Dee-Doo Review, the musical review. Wonderful show, great time. You guys are going to love it. The food's really, really good, too. All the food I talked about, it's quality. It really is good food. Excuse me, it's served fresh, it's served hot, and I think you guys will really love it. Now we'll move on to my number 2 best show in Walt Disney World. Now this one is in one of the parks. This one's over in Animal Kingdom, and I think you guys probably know where I'm going with this one. And that's, of course, the Festival of the Lion King. This show is awesome. It's shown daily over at Animal Kingdom. It's shown from anywhere from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. every hour on the hour, and it's absolutely fantastic. The auditorium, as I like to call it, or the area where you see the show, it's kind of like a circular area, and the crowd is to the outside, and the performers and the singers and everything are on the inside of the circle. And it really is a really wonderful, wonderful show. It's kind of a retelling of the Lion King story, the one we've all seen, but it's done live and with great music. Again, they have everything from like high bar acts to trapeze to fire dancers, and they have wonderful singers that sing like the Lion King song, Hakuna Matata, Be Prepared. They sing Can You Feel the Love Tonight. It really is a lot of fun. And what's also really cool about this show is, again, kind of like the Hoop-Dee-Doo Review, they get the crowd involved. And you'll see characters like Timon, Pumbaa, Simba. They all come out, and they're all part of the act. And it really is a great, great time. We love the show. I think it's fantastic. I think it's highly recommended by a lot of people. And it's not too long. It's probably about 30 minutes, I'd say, the show is. Check it out. It's over at Animal Kingdom. We think it's fantastic. It's a great show. It really, really is. And there you go. That's my number 2 best show in Walt Disney World. Now we're going to move on to my number 1 show. If you were to ask me 2 years ago, it wouldn't have been my number 1 show. But that's because 2 years ago, it didn't exist. So that's probably why. I think this is by far the best show out there to me. And it's over at Magic Kingdom, and it's called the Happily Ever After Fireworks Show. This show is absolutely fantastic. It debuted this year, May 2017. It debuted at Magic Kingdom. We happened to see it May 2017, 2 days after it debuted. And my family and I fell in love with this show. We think it's absolutely wonderful. It's about 18 minutes long, and it features lasers, lights, projections, you name it. The castle makes many kinds of transformations throughout the show. It's absolutely wonderful. I've never seen anything like it. The projections on the castle make it look like the castle's not even there, that it's like a live cartoon right in front of you. The score, the music is fantastic and emotional. I think the music is absolutely wonderful, beautifully done, well sung. The score is just wonderful. And the theme song, Happily Ever After, is amazing. I think you guys are really going to love it. The fireworks are fantastic and synced really well with the whole story. It really plays a good part in it. And the fireworks are fantastic. If you're going to do this show right now with it being pretty new, and I don't think this will change too much, you want to get there early. If the show's at 9 o'clock, which it is, it's one time a night, 9 p.m., I would say you want to get there at least 30 to 45 minutes early to get a good spot. And a good spot to me is anywhere in the hub area up near the castle, because you really want to be able to see the castle up close so you can see all the projections up close and kind of get all those beautiful details. It's just great. It really, really is. I would say that the show features characters from movies from anywhere from like 1991 going forward are really what's kind of presented well in the show. You'll see Pixar's, you'll see regular Disney animation, and it's done really, really well. I think you guys are going to love this show. I know a lot of people love the Wishes, and this is a replacement to Wishes. And to me, this is a viable replacement to Wishes. Personally, I think it blows Wishes out of the water. I just think it's that much better. But I understand folks that love Wishes, but to me, this is a viable replacement. And to me, they actually had a little nod to Wishes in there with Tinkerbell still flying across the sky at the finale of the show. So I think it's great. I think you guys would love it. Again, I do say get there early because you want to get a good spot. There's a lot to see, and this is a show that you can go back over and over and over again and catch different parts of the projections that maybe you didn't see originally. I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun with it. I think it's fantastic. Again, it's emotional. It's fun. We cried the first time we saw it. My wife and I, we loved it so much. We had tears rolling down our eyes. We just thought it was fantastic. And there you go. So that's my 3 WDW 3 for Thursday best shows around Walt Disney World. And now it's over to you guys. Let me know. I want to know what 3 shows you think are the best ones out there. Which ones do you like? Where are they? Are they in the parks? Are they at the resorts? What's the shows that your family has to see every time you go to Disney? The must-see, do not miss shows throughout Walt Disney World. And there are plenty of them. So I'm hoping to get a lot of responses. And by doing that, just go ahead down to the comments below and give us your comments. And maybe on next week's show, we'll read those comments out to the viewers. That is going to do it for this week's show. If you haven't already, please go out and subscribe to our channel. Just click the subscribe button down at the bottom here. And also, if you click that little notification bell button, you'll get notified every time we do a new video. Also, if you did like this video and you had a lot of fun with it and it was informative to you, please give us a thumbs up as well, like on the video. We'd love for you to do that. Other than that, we will get ready for next week's show. We're going to have a good time with it. Can't wait to see the comments from you guys. Until then, I hope everyone has a great week. Please take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.